Hello everybody and welcome to Space Quest 6.
We're doing it.
It's happening.
Time is now.
The Spinal Frontier, I was right.
The Starcon Federation has reached its decision.
Bit of a long opening here.
Roger Wilco, please step forward.
There's gonna be a cat. You know there is. Yes! I know how these things work. There are 4 lights.
Roger Wilco, you have been judged guilty of the following crimes: abandoning your post, deviating from mission parameters,
Fair and fair.
misuse of Starcon property,
We did blow up a space station.
disintegrating a fellow officer,
He was a mutant pucazoid.
perpetrating a sequel without authorization,
We lost the paperwork.
and consorting with a female of higher rank.
You.
Do you have anything to say for yourself before we pronounce sentence?
Can't you guys take a joke?
Do you have anything intelligent to say for yourself before we pronounce sentence?
Nope.
Very well.
Did save the
It
galaxy.
is the opinion of this tribunal that as punishment for your crimes against the Starcon Federation, you are to be decommissioned. You are hereby stripped of the rank of captain.
I didn't earn it. Anyway.
You are no longer an officer of the Starcon Federation.
Sounds
Your
like
enrollment at Starcon Academy is hereby terminated.
I graduated.
However,
He's got some good pec muscles though. Paragenic. Oh, never mind. Okay.
due to your successful return of the SCS Eureka, your rescue of the Goliath's crew, and the fact that nobody gets rid of stubborn mildew stains and black heel marks as well as you do, we are returning you to your former post with Starcon Fleet.
Plus, I saved the galaxy like 3 times.
You are hereby ordered to resume your duties immediately as janitor second class on board the SCS Deep Ship 86.
Bum, bum, bum.
And here's where we see where all the budget went into. The special effects.
Jock straps, special events.
Oh, man. Cutting edge graphics, guys. Notice underneath it's got LSL 6 BFD. Leisure Suit Larry 6. Big fucking deal.
We've come a long way since number 1.
Attention all hands. This is your commander speaking. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for your fine performance during our recent episode, A Stitch in Time Saves Gamma 9. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you,
God, I hope
thank
there's
you,
not a lot
thank
of people
you,
on this
thank
ship.
you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As a gesture of appreciation, we're putting in for shore leave on Polysorbate 60. Enjoy yourselves, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Kilbasa out.
We did it.
Meanwhile, in a deserted warehouse just outside the galaxy,
Love that narrator. Look at the graphics.
Like I'm watching a reboot.
I don't care how you do it, gentlemen, so long as his body is intact. Do you understand?
It's the main requirement I have on dates.
Yes, right. Yes, right.
Good. Now, I believe you'll find him here, on Polysorbate 60, on a shore.
I feel sorry for whatever schmuck she's talking about.
Totally. What an idiot.
Luckily, nobody could want a janitor.
Is that his baby mama?
No, that's not Beatrice Wankmeister. Beatrice Wankmeister is beautiful and long blonde hair, and I don't even remember if she shows up in this game.
I mean, she could be under that robe.
Okay, I'm ready. Energize.
Hey, look
As we join our hero, Roger Wilco, he has just been transported to the surface of Polysorbate 60 to enjoy a little shore leave. Apparently, there was a minor glitch in the process. Well, at least you got here with all your important parts. Your hands, your mouth, and your stomach.
hey.
Oh, great. Real wonderful. Nice beam job, you metallic piece of scrap.
Be nice.
Jeez, this is snug. Real snug. You know, it actually makes me feel kind of good. I remember when I used to wear my mom's, well, never mind. No time for nostalgia. I've got a serious extraction problem to work out first.
I am so impressed by this mixture of pixels and wonderful CGI.
You'd think, if indeed you did, that a guy with the skin quality of a pachyderm wouldn't have a problem with this climate.
So here's our first puzzle of the game, and this is the end of the game because we're trapped here and we can't get out.
Cool. Well, it's been real.
And we're right next to the liquor store,
I
and we
know.
can't go in.
I have to leave.
This is too much for Rachel. This is hitting a little too close to home. So we're waiting on this guy, who is unfortunately is randomly timed. You can sometimes wait here for several minutes waiting for him to come by again.
You summon the...
Nope. Grab it. Grab it. Grab it.
You'll reach...
Grab him.
Oh, thank goodness.
Guy's just going jerk.
Thank you, my good man.
We got 10 points for that.
Yikes, I hope everything came out with me.
Why is there a score?
For solving puzzles and doing things. Most of them, I can't remember when the point started. I don't think they were in the... No, they're in the first one too. They're just not as obvious.
Oh, okay.
You haven't been here for a while.
I have forgotten everything.
You can beat the game without a perfect score.
Oh, okay.
That's an interesting piece of hardware. Your normally dim power of recollection actually recalls having seen a picture of one of these in the ship library. Get this. It's called a bike. People used to actually get on these and use their own muscles to achieve locomotion. What losers.
Here, here.
Upon closer inspection, you notice some sort of ID card hanging on the frame.
That can't possibly be important.
Just gonna grab that.
Upon grabbing the ID card, you notice the picture on it is of a rather homely-looking alien type. Guess everyone can't be as fortunate as you.
So it's a little nothing, but I like it. His shirt is always slightly untucked, although where it's untucked seems to change based on the animation. But it's always untucked on one side. The movie always changes what's playing, but I think since Rachel's here, we have our priorities. I'm gonna go in here.
Thank you. Hey, look, it's E.T.
Your words cause everything to become speechless. How dynamic of you.
We can't talk to him, but we can.
Slap him. Powers. mind.
I'm sure nothing will happen if I keep doing this.
This is the best part of the game, so.
So far.
Nah, the end. You think they have Romulan ale here?
We'll take a look in a second. Come on, just do it!
Ha!
It actually gave us some points for that.
Classic.
So, here's what I like about Josh Mandel, and anybody watching me and Princess play through the latest Leisure Suit Larry is going to see why I have a problem with it there, but they do it so good here.
Ooh, you got a good eye. This stuff is excellent. It's called Something Wicked Ale from Ray's Brad Brewery.
There is just...
These appear to be bottles of Alan Dean Foster's Draft Ale, but it's hard to tell because the labels are so faint. They must have been printed in draft mode.
There are so many things to look at, and so many little jokes.
It's just some green stuff. It's Ursula K. Le Guinness Stout, a perennially popular refreshment and winner of last year's Nebu Ale Award. The imported stuff, like Sap Purnell and Major Kieran, is too syrupy for your tastes. There's no slowing down with a Silverberg bullet tonight. Your mouth waters at the wine coolers, especially this wild Roddenberry-flavored stuff. Then again, a nice frosty Harlan Alison, a cold-filtered Beers Anthony, or a Marion Zima Bradley sounds good about now. These cans of Heinleinekens have been sitting here since Lazarus. Heinleinekens, the strange beer in a strange can.
I hope you like puns.
This little flesh wad looks familiar. You wonder what he's doing here. Must have been a victim of the telecommunications wars. Weekends were made for front lobe, and you wouldn't mind removing a few yourself.
And one more.
Pa keeps some of the more expensive stuff back here, like Jurassic Dark, Raymond E. Feisterbrow, and Samuel Douglas Adams.
Very nice touch.
This is what I like about Josh Mandel. He just crams it with all these little... You could play through this game a dozen times and you probably still miss some stuff. We'll talk to Pa.
Hi there.
Howdy there, partner. The name's Paul. Paul Conshohocker. Yeah, it's my name. I'm the proprietor of this here establishment here. Now, anything I can sell you, why, you just let me know. But if you steal anything, I'll be forced to kind of kill you. Welcome.
That sounds fair.
I mean, he's not gonna kill you. The guns are gonna kill you.
A camera covers
Oh,
every
it's only a
square
camera.
centimeter around the clerk just for security measures. It's amazing what kinds of crimes people will commit to get some of Pa's special stock.
That's making Morty growl. Morty does not approve of surveillance. We learned earlier, watching TV, he does not approve of manifest destiny. Morty is a dog of many liberal opinions. Alright. So we're just gonna... Little Debbie does Berksalon, Delta Berksalon. Gonna wander around the city a little bit here.
Go to the lady.
It's one of those new Kodrak mobile photo booths. I heard they were beta testing those.
We will talk to the lady in a moment. First, we're going to use our one Buckazoid to get our picture taken. This booth wanders around randomly throughout the city, so
you
it just
pop a
happened
coin
to be
in the
here.
slot and climb on in.
All right. I'm looking pretty good. Fire away.
We're gonna commit forgery.
It's like you know how these games work.
There's got to be an optics problem with that machine. I look partially digested.
Good thing you didn't opt for that second set of prints after all. Guess that guy won't be filing any complaints with the Portable Business Association.
This is probably the nicest an adventure game is ever going to be to you.
You quite cleverly paste your picture over the old one on the ID card.
I didn't have to get any kind of glue. I didn't have to get scissors to trim the picture. The game just went, oh, I get what you're going for. You do it. I love that photo, too.
Interesting. She appears to be waiting for someone. She might be one of those professional ladies your mom told you about.
Thanks, Mom.
She says, "Scrump off, you little felchmonger."
Sounds about right.
That's pretty much how women treat me. I asked Rachel to come join me to record this, and she said, "Skelch off, you little felchmonger." Do you remember this fella?
No.
Yikes! Can it be? Why, yes, it is. It's Fester Platts, former owner and proprietor of Fester's World of Wonders, a cheesy little tourist trap on the desert planetoid of Fleabot.
He ran
The t-shirt looks, and unfortunately smells, like the same one he wore on Fleabot. He has the expression of someone enjoying a permanent wedgie.
This is the guy that...
He has aged
Oh,
somewhat. Looks like he's grown a few more neck rings. These last few years have been rough on him. From what you remember of him, he used to be kind of an aqua blue. Now he looks like a used lug liner, or the color of a Vorillion miner's loogie.
You done? It's the guy from Space Quest 3 who ran the souvenir shop on the planet with the dinosaur statues where we had to fight the Arnoid. Which Rachel remembers none of, but you guys might remember some of. It's Fester Platts!
Howdy, stranger. The name's Blatts. Fester Blatts. Welcome to Implants and Stuff. Go ahead. Have a look around at some of the most interesting replacement body components this lovely planetoid has to offer.
Oh, a nice fresh sales pitch.
Morty does not approve of implants. He thinks you should be your natural self. He believes that you should be proud and happy to just be yourself.
Yeah, this is the only place on the planet to get a good lobe piercing, I tell ya. And even though we don't have to, we do use only Lorshan quality body part piercing products. Less chance of pus buildup and drainage that way. That stuff tends to dull the erythrium coating on the hardware. Brain-dead products have been a staple of the home-built being hobbyist for decades now. They make a fine line of adapter plugs which allow for cross-species component swapping. Means you'll be able to pick up parts anywhere other beings exist. Nice deal, huh? They also make a pretty fine moddy. Get tired of what kind of mood your droid, or spouse for that matter, is in? Why, you just slap in one of those babies and bingo! You can modify them into a whole new attitude. Find a wife type who won't pay some big buckazoids for that.
A wife
Too
type.
bad the sale of them is illegal. About all I do is trade for them. It's one of them loopholes, guess you could say. Kinda developed a hobby of collecting the suckers.
I enjoy the Young Frankenstein reference.
What's special about this Abby Normal guy? Good night, Mr. Feldman, wherever you are.
Anyway, that's... Well, I'm sure we will visit him later. I was hoping this guy would walk by.
This guy looks like he should be standing watch around one of those barrels. He has a bit of a nervous look about him.
He's a Blade Runner.
Hey,
I wonder if you... Nah, what was I thinking?
Blaine the Blade Runner. Blaine Runner.
hey,
Buddy, maybe you can help me out. I'm trying to track down this Ender Droid. I'm an Ender Droid runner. I know I don't look so hot, but I'm in disguise, you know?
in disguise? Yeah, you do look disguised. I just don't know what like. Hey, here's a tip. Think seriously about a flea dip.
Wow.
I could really use your help getting this one. I've had a hell of a time tracking him down. You've got to help me. Tell you what, if you can find and immobilize this bionic beer opener, it's worth 50 buckazoids to you. What do you say to that? I've scoured this dung heap and haven't seen synthetic hide nor hair of him. All that's left to check is that bar. I'd go in there myself, you see, but I've had a little misunderstanding with the management. No biggie. I'm sure it'll blow over soon. Anyway, can you help me out? What do you say? 50 buckazoids. And if you don't mind me saying it, you look like you could use it. So how about it?
Well, I don't know. What's this Endodroid thing look like? And why do you want it?
Well, he's about your height, only maybe a few inches higher. And I'd say about your weight, give or take 60 pounds or so. But then that's just probably because of that stuff he's made of. Kind of a liquid metal thing, but that's not important. He's got a crew cut, and I think he was wearing a long, dark coat. Has a strange accent.
Who could it be?
But why do you want him?
Oh, he made some people mad.
How?
Perpetrated a sequel without a
Well, I
license?
guess he sort of jumped out of his program and kind of killed and/or mangled a score or so of co-workers and, more importantly, management personnel. A big no-no. No big deal. I just gotta take him in for analysis and processing. It could help pull me out of my, unfortunate cash flow situation. And most importantly, it can mean 50 buckazoids for you. What do you say?
Well, I could use the buckazoids. I'll see what I can do.
Take down a Terminator?
Great. You won't regret it. You're gonna need this data quarter. It's been modified to only be sensitive to certain unique components like droidium, something only an endrodroid would be composed of. This will help you root him out. Good luck. Let me know when you've got him. Thanks. I gotta go check in with the home office. I'll check back out here a little later to see how you're coming along.
So we just got hired by a Blade Runner to track down a liquid metal Terminator.
Yeah, sounds easy enough.
Welcome to Space Quest.
Is he following you?
I guess I was in his way.
Oh, that guy. Hubba hubba.
Darmok and Jalad forever. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra? Star Trek The Next Generation?
I don't know.
The episode where they speak in memes?
No.
Can't know. Alright, we have one more irritating thing to do before the game really takes off proper. And that's come play at the arcade. Because we have to lose an arcade game at some point. Might as well get it out of the way first.
Anything that shortens this guy's lifespan probably makes the universe a safer place. It's last year's hot arcade punch-em-up, more dull combat 2.
Rachel loves the puns.
It's hurting my soul.
This humongous expensive game is an all-time favorite. You have to duplicate famous gourmet dishes while piloting vintage combat aircraft against the Nazi menace. It's called Secret Recipes of the Luftwaffe.
I can actually watch pieces of Rachel's soul die.
What's the Mario one?
An overhead screen advertises a new kiddie-level arcade game in which you walk around Calcutta trying to match the right body part with the leper who lost it. It's called Mixed Up Mother Teresa.
Okay, well, I'd play that.
This guy looks like a well-used railroad spike. Perhaps the rust and mushroomed head give it away. This rough, tough cream puff is positively myrtleizing that machine.
Can I see what
That's
he's
one
playing?
hefty teenager. Must be from the Mariposa planetoid. It's hard to see with this big oaf in front of it, but this looks like the hot new game, Beat the Crap Out of Urkel.
Oh, no.
It replaces last year's Smash game, Beat the Crap Out of the Encyclopedia Britannica kid. You know, the one that keeps saying, "Ouch, you broke my mandibula." Now that's an interesting specimen. Is this place the backwoods of the universe or what?
What is this kid playing?
This is one of those exciting racing games where you careen around corners at top speed, zoom over crumbling bridges, run over passers-by, collide with other vehicles, and fly off the track. It's called Virtual Amtrak.
Alright, let's get this over with. This is going to take way too long and
this
not be
is
fun at
Stooge
all.
Fighter 3. Doesn't look so tough to me.
Say, partner, care to indulge in a friendly game? By the way, the name's Jerkwad. What's your mama call you?
A mistake. But my friends call me Roger. Roger Wilco.
Well, it's darn fine to meet you, Roger. So, what do you say to a friendly little round of Stooge Fighter 3?
Because you have to lose a
Gosh,
game
Mr.
to him at
Jerkwad,
some point.
That sounds neat.
Problem is, it takes forever to lose. Because the game wants you to think you have a chance, and you don't. From Scumsoft, the evil corporation we took down in Space Quest 3. Who do you want us to play as? You pick.
Coily Joe.
I always pick Coily Joe. I want Coily Joe. There we go.
Classic game within a game.
I like that if you hit the keyboard, you can see it hit the representative buttons. Although you can't actually play with the mouse by clicking on the buttons, which seems...
Let's get ready to rumble!
So, I can't win this right now. It's just not possible.
Oh, a wise guy. Oh, go.
I really like the little ooze monster that was eating the cigarettes.
Yeah, he shows up over here from time to time.
Nah.
So you see, all 3 of my attacks take off very little health. And most of his do too, except the one where he grabs my nose. Which takes off a massive amount of health. I'm just gonna let him beat me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Look at how much health that takes off. It's not even fair, I can't compete.
Well, this guy's a loser because he's just spamming the same move over and over anyway.
But since it's Mortal Kombat style, I have to lose twice.
Big Mo wins.
Style.
Is there a difference?
Yes?
Explain for us the difference between Street Fighter style and Mortal Kombat style. We have time.
Well, this one doesn't have blood.
Okay.
Thank you for joining my TED Talk.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
So what would you name that little alien that keeps eating cigarettes?
Svorb.
Fjord?
Svorb.
Fjord?
Svorb.
Why?
It looks like a Svorb.
Fjord.
S-V-O-R-B.
I like him. Joe.
Big
Like
Mo
Coily
wins
Joe.
the match.
Oh, like Joe Campbell.
Untainted
Oh.
victory. He moitered you.
Oh, I'm weighted. Game over, man.
They do pack a lot of references in this, and that's really like a Josh Mandel signature.
Man. I guess I got real lucky. Or maybe you were holding back on me. Nah, you wouldn't do that, would you? You don't look that bright. I mean, that probably isn't your style. Wanna play again?
Never.
We're gonna play again one more time, but not.
Not now, thanks.
All right. So now we're gonna see how well I can remember the very complex steps necessary to take the Terminator down.
Can I talk to that guy?
Oh, yeah. We can go back out and talk to him.
Nope, we're here now.
It would appear that once again, Vice is a bit more profitable than most business ventures. This place is almost too hip for the planet. But then, that's no mean feat, given what a total heap this place appears to be.
We can go talk to him.
Nah, we'll leave later.
All right. Is there anything in particular you want to look at?
Eczema.
This is the main floor of the Swank Lounge, Orion's Belt.
Disappointed.
This seems to be where things are happening for the slightly seedier beings of the city. As you can see, there's a pretty good cross-section of the regional population represented here.
We've got Alien Suit Larry here.
Impressed by his own perceived magnificence, this wannabe babe magnet stands and just radiates cool.
I think I found you your next boyfriend.
Yep, that's the one. How about the one that's showing its heart?
Yikes! I'll bet even old Fester Blatts hasn't seen one of these.
Don't say yikes. It's cute. It's like turnips.
Unlike that popular trunk-bearing pachyderm on that planet Earth, this guy seems to actually be drinking through his trunk. That means he's drinking through his nose. Yuck.
Wow, we got some real opinions.
Yeah, you're
Looks like this big furry dude is laying out his best Orlanian pickup lines for the Ice Queen. It appears she's not fielding any of them.
Sorry, go ahead.
Your alien narrator, or your inner narrator, dang it, is, yeah, an asshole.
This is the main floor. This is the...
This is disappointing.
A quick look indicates that the bartender is physically well balanced and adroit. A good combination for this profession. The shirt would further indicate that he has the mentality for it.
What's under his shirt?
I don't know. Pants?
Nipple cover?
I'm not sure.
What the fuck?
Oh, you mean this hottie right here?
Now
Yep.
there's an interesting look. What can be said that isn't painfully obvious? That she'll look better come closing time.
Nope.
Oh, well, maybe. Let's go upstairs. Oh, wait. First I have to go into the basement. I'm trying to remember this. It's been a long time.
Well, that wasn't too bad for a borderline physical
Could've just tried to
specimen
open
like
it.
you. It didn't quite get the job done, though.
Could have just tried to open the door.
You're Leon S. Kennedy. You can get
Nah, you still haven't convinced the door to yield to your obviously superior physical presence.
The narrator is a dick.
Let me in!
Wow, you really did it! Not exactly the subtlest of entry techniques, but effective. That's pretty macho for the likes of you. Who would have guessed you'd have the makings of a Starsky or a Hutch, or a Tango or a Cash?
I'm just more surprised no one said anything.
You go now, and I don't rearrange your organs.
But I want better organs.
I'll just take this pipe. I'm gonna test something here. I believe this game has a retry feature. Let's find out. We're just gonna come over here and talk to him.
Hey there. So, what's up? Pretty crappy weather we're having, don't you think? Wow, so what's with the hole in your arm? That's gotta sting. My, you're a tall one. Is there something I can do for you?
He's apparently a social minimalist. His only reaction is the kind of look that makes you want to run to the safety of your closet and assume your all too familiar fetal position.
For me, that's called a Friday night.
I'm not going to say he told you so, but he did.
I'm stealing social minimalist.
But this game has the try-over, so I'm just right back to where I was before I died.
That's
which
nice.
I love that the later Sierra games did that. Sierra being famous for just punishing deaths.
And it's good because, I mean, we wouldn't have gotten to see Roger turned inside out if we knew he would die.
It really encourages experimentation.
I like that hookah bitch over there.
These guys are a nicely matched set. They seem to be amusing each other to a very high degree.
Oh, we haven't seen the Borg that's walking around on the streets, too.
He looks lonely, but not enough for your company.
I know Borg from Next Gen. I got that one down.
Okay.
Yeah, I just started rewatching.
When you get to the Darmok and Jalad episode, all of a sudden you'll flashback.
Wow, this sucker makes even you look like GQ material.
Can you smoke out of your nose? No.
Why don't you just walk up and say, "Hey, mister, I've always wanted to catch a really good look at the inside of my coat. Perhaps you can help me."
Morty does not approve of random violence. Alright, I want this hookah.
I also want that
You
hookah.
can hear them say, "Geez, our skimmer's double hovered. We gotta run."
So I flash them my security ID, and away they go.
Legit.
The druggies are gone, leaving a partially used nitro tank. You pincher?
Guess it depends on the alien species. I want to drag it over here. There we go.
The canister snaps neatly into the conduit opening.
So we're not going to start snorting nitro.
It's too huge. You snag the 4 hoses. Never know when you're going to meet that special lady.
I've dated that lady. Also, when she starts cleaning a table, we can steal Buckazoids from her, but I don't think we actually need them.
Gee, she looks pretty busy right now. Maybe I should wait until she's done with that table.
I just want to see if he'll flirt with her.
Howdy, dollface. What can I get ya?
Nothing right now, thanks.
Nope.
Okay, you just let me know if you change your mind, hon.
Roger.
Just go ahead and steal her money. Nope, I guess I had to be on the other side of her already. Okay, screw it. We don't need her. I don't think.
Take your money and leave. She's a hardworking robot girl, man.
Here's the part I gotta try and figure out if I can remember how to do.
What can I do for you there, fella?
What have you got?
Drop dead.
Well, aside from the obvious stuff which is glaring in your face from the back wall here, I do make some mixed drinks. I mean, if I do say so myself, I make a pretty mean William Gibson and a pretty good ass-em-off cocktail, you know what I mean, huh? Hey, I got you. Try a fuzzy toe jam. They seem to be pretty popular with your particular species here.
There's this look that comes on Rachel's face anytime a large block of text shows up. Rachel just dies a little more inside. Alright, pick one.
The Asimov cocktail.
Okay, you got it, pal.
That's a new alien.
Hey, I ordered the...
Hey there, guy. Come on now. Hey, you can't come back here. You want something? You let me know, all right?
Oh, this one here?
No, the teal shirt dude.
That bores me so.
I'll get it.
Apparently we don't want to look at him. Alright, let's try this
What
again.
can
He just slid the drink
Okay, you got...
I don't want the drink. I want him to go make something.
He just
what
slid
can
the
I-
drink over to, the other dude.
Okay, you got it, pal.
I need you to turn your back.
Hey, Mac.
Oh my God.
You gotta keep your can...
This is fun.
How do I get him to... He's supposed to... If I order a really complex drink... He's supposed to leave from behind there and I can jack with these and feed the nitro into
What
the
can I
basement.
do for you there, fella?
Ooh.
Okay, you got it, pal.
And then nothing happened.
He keeps giving your drinks away.
Hey, don't put your mouth on that.
Judgy.
Gee, sure could use a no-pest strip.
Alright, maybe I need to set up something in the basement first. I'm sorry. I can't remember the very complex set of directions I've got to take for this particular trick to work.
Come on, man.
You go now, and I don't rearrange your organs.
I heard you last time, and I don't think I can do anything with him sitting right there, but I'm gonna try.
You found your way to the not-so-spiffy basement of the nightclub. Numerous stock items are stored down here.
See, I think this will just spray nitrous at him. Or nitro at him. Okay, no, don't. I can't.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to...
Alright. All I have to do is use the Nitro. The Nitro I hooked up feeds down into one of these. I just have to do something with, like, hookah pipes or something?
What a boss blender. I'll bet they can make all kinds of foo-foo drinks in that.
Alright. So I was forgetting an important step. I don't know what on earth would make me forget this. But I'm gonna flash my badge to this guy and make him think I'm real important.
Ah, so you're with Polysorbate Security, huh? Yeah, what can I get for you, Chief?
What have you got?
Well, aside from the obvious stuff which is glaring in your face, I got just the thing for you guys. It's something I don't even give the regulars here. What do you think, huh?
Alright.
You know what?
We're gonna order the special, but first I gotta...
Carefully untangle the twisted mass of hookah hoses, and then rehook the hoses to create one long hose. It reminds you of Christmas time back home, when you enjoyed untangling the Christmas lights and saying to yourself, I get so much satisfaction from cleaning and straightening. One day, I'll be the best janitor ever.
And then we were.
Well, at least one part of that dream came true. You are a janitor. You rehook the hoses to create one long one.
I get the idea that Roger's like a loser, but he's also saved the galaxy at least 3 times and saved planets and people more times than that. He's defeated assassin droids and giant pucoid beasts.
Yeah, but I mean, he did some wrongs, but they even then still were like, you can still be our janitor. I would say he'd be the best if that.
What can I?
If that were true.
All right.
Make me a double uvula spritzer. Twist a fleck rind, and I want it hacked and whipped, not like one of those shaken or stirred sissy drinks.
Okay, coming right up, Chief. Listen, this'll take a couple of minutes, but feast your eyes on the making of it, all right?
Oh, that's just fine. Take your time, my good man.
All right, we're now on a time limit. Let's see if I can do everything I need to do in the time limit I've got here. Take the ice tray.
Grab some Zima.
Close the door. Gotta play with this. Nope, not that one.
Yow! You quickly...
I should have let that finish talking. Oh, nope, not that one.
Yow! You quickly close that valve again.
It's this third one, I'm sure.
This one doesn't spew anything.
So I'm just gonna pull this and be all manly. Just give it a good...
With a flick of your very supple wrist, you pull the conduit loose from below the valve. Oops!
Rum Tum Thunder.
Try the other. It probably seemed like a good...
There we go. That should be where I put the
The
nitro.
hookah hose is now attached to the leftmost conduit.
Then I'm gonna throw it down into there.
You complete the connection between the 2 conduits.
Then I just have to get downstairs. You keep working on that drink, my good man. I mean, just really, you know, fix the hell out of that drink for me, would you? Oh, good. The guy froze
now,
solid,
I don't
just
rearrange.
like I hoped he would.
What do you... Are we supposed to do something with the ice tray?
Maybe I need to activate... The ice trays for after I smash his brains in. Maybe I gotta turn on the nitro at the top. I mean, that would make sense, right?
Yeah, probably. I stole her money.
Nitro begins to flow.
Whoops. Nitro begins to flow through the conduit. Sorry. If the bartender stops making the drink, he sees the pipes and everything and unplugs them. There we go.
Frosta la Quista, baby.
Wow, it worked! This dude's in a deep freeze. But now, what are you going to do with him?
Oh, he's made out of liquid metal. This is gonna be fine.
I approve of violence.
Cool. Laying a solid blow upside the head of this frigid felon has reduced him to cubes. He's not too hard to handle now.
Unless those cubes melt and he re-solidifies and beats the crap out of me. Which can happen. We are
You
now...
quite cleverly whisked the cubed culprit into your dustpan. It's going to be tough to carry him this way, though.
We're now on a time limit before he thaws.
Very good. He'll be much more transportable this way. However, you'd better hope it doesn't thaw.
Now, I can just run out the bar and hand him over, and I'll probably make it in enough time. But there's a way to reset the thawing timer, and you get points for it, and we're going to do it just to be safe. Whoops. He probably said my drink was ready, but he... yeah, drat, he discovered it and disconnected it. Sorry. I need you to make that special.
What can I do?
What have you got?
Well, aside from the I got just...
special.
Make me a W.
Okay, come on.
Oh.
No mention of the fact that I disappeared the last time you were making it. Alright, we're going to reset the cooldown timer on this by sticking them in the fridge for just a second. There we go.
You should be able to hit on that ice queen and then have her just carry the...
Here's your cubed compadre. Where's my 50 buckazoids?
No bull. You really got him, eh? I mean, good job.
Yeah, I really got him. And I could really use my 50 buckazoids.
Tell you what, I'll pay you when they pay me.
No.
No, I need the money now. Or I let the guy thaw right here, right now.
No, just a minute. You don't want to do that. Hold on to your elementary contents. I got it here. Here, you happy? I'll just be taking that tray. Been a special treat doing business with you.
I guess he thawed.
Who's that?
That was the Terminator.
Oh. It just, like, appeared out of nowhere.
He smashed out of this window.
I saw. I was distracted by my tentacle husband going into the bar.
Yeah, we never did get to talk to him.
That's okay. He probably would have ruined it.
Like a man. Little Debbie does Delta Berksalon. Alright, so we've got 50 bucks down. Well, look
hell
at
is that?
this fella.
Oh, the stripper lady's gone.
Hey! Say, you look familiar. Didn't I kick your butt in a huge robot once?
Space Quest 3.
Oh yeah, that. I hope to forget that. It was the beginning of my undoing. I was a laughingstock around the company in the final days of Scumsoft. Oh well, if that hadn't gotten me, some of my other creative management techniques would have. In looking at the big picture, I suppose that arrangement left me with all my physical assets intact. Not a single other thing, unfortunately. I'm humiliated to admit that I have, on rare occasion, resorted to selling cheat sheets for arcade games. I've got to maintain a fairly, modest profile, I guess you could say. Time heals wounds and all that. Plus, maybe I can avoid a premature termination.
Wow. That's all very interesting. And very boring, if you don't mind my saying. What I want to know is, can you sell me a cheat sheet for Stooge Fighter 3?
Well, I think I may be able to facilitate that. I may have one in stock. Okay, here's what I need from you. A nice new bottle of Cold Swordian brandy. If you can deliver that, I think we can call it a deal. My people, I mean, I'll be waiting to take delivery from you so that we can put a bow on this deal. Catch you later.
I have a feeling that will cost me exactly 50 buckazoids. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video.
Cool.
And when we come back next time, we're going to beat Jerkwad at Stooge Fighter 3.
I can't wait.
After another trip to the liquor store.
Yeah. That's the best part.
We'll see you guys next time. I guess I could save the game. Alright, we'll see you guys next time. Say bye to the folks at home, Rachel.
Don't tell me what to do.